All right, welcome back to the Average Bros Take. We are here with my boy Alex and producer Ron Dizzle, my nizzle. We are going to jump right in and give you an explanation and little lesson on why you take guaranteed money. Straight up cash, homie.
All right. Well, before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the Astros Angels game I
Oh,
went
yeah.
to last night.
Alex was there acting a fool.
Yeah, yeah, and along with I'd say about like 30% of the attendance being Dodger fans going to get their first licks at
But
the
only
Astros.
30 people win, I thought.
It was like 14,000. I'd say about like three of that was Dodger fans.
So 30% of
Yeah,
14,000.
ish,
Nice.
close. Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. You just go to a game when a team's playing the Astros, and everyone who isn't an Astros fan just seems a whole lot more friendly because there's like a common hatred.
Oh, like we're on the same team.
Yeah, like
Nice.
fuck these guys. So you get the good old "fuck the Astros" chant.
Is it the whole game?
Oh, it's the whole, every time one of them comes to bat.
Nice.
Every single time they swing and miss, and it's like it was the fucking last out of the World Series. It's like not. They haven't even struck out yet. It's like strike one. But
That's gotta be fucking mentally a
oh,
breakdown.
I mean, dude. Okay, so the eighth inning, because it's still Angel Stadium,
Oh, because
despite
they haven't really played with fans.
no none.
Yeah.
This is the first.
They-
The A's game last week was the first. Well, spring training games.
So they're getting their fucking licks in.
Oh, they're
People are getting their
getting
licks.
ripped. So Angel
Oh
Stadium's still
shit.
Angel Stadium. So you wait to the last second, you could buy a ticket for like $20. And
Really?
that's expensive. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they went up. This is 20 still?
No,
20
no.
tween.
I went and I was gonna buy tickets to this game like a week ago, and it was like gonna be $90 a piece. And then I
No.
looked like 2 days before, and it was like $19.
I don't even maybe a playoff ticket for the Angels would be $90, but
Yeah. But
no.
regardless of what you pay, if you wait until about the eighth inning, you could just go sit right behind wherever the hell you want.
They don't have sections and all that?
They
There's not.
do, but it's just like they don't block it off. They don't make you look at your tickets. It's crazy, but it's always been like that. And you know, this wasn't any different. But that also let me get 4 rows away from the fucking Astros.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Your mom would be proud.
yeah, I had to let him know. I had to let him know what
No,
was.
you let him know.
Yeah, I feel better.
Did he respond to you?
He didn't, but he had one of these going. Like when you're like you hear someone yelling, and you're like, so the camera can hear, and you're like this, right? So like this is where I
Peripheral.
should be looking, but my peripheral, so I can still see you yelling
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah.
So I got one of those from Carlos Correa when I was calling him a fucking bitch and all that stuff. But
Yeah, you
what
got him.
yeah, what I found to be pretty funny was after the game, Dusty Baker, the manager of the Astros, he like kind of went on so, "Oh, these guys are getting it so rough. Like they serve their punishment. People need to
They didn't
forgive."
even get suspended.
Yeah, so he needs
Well,
to shut up. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what he expects. Like, but I will say this, and this is no shit. Like, someone's gonna die when the Astros come to LA.
what are they gonna slash the tires on the bus?
Dude, I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm killing anybody, but like, you had
You got some insider info or
well, no, I
what?
mean, like you have all the other incidences that kind of happen so randomly at games that of like diehard, potentially at times crazy fan bases.
You mean us, the
Well,
Dodgers,
well,
killing people?
sure, not killing, but like you have the Dodgers. I mean, you have incidents at Raiders games, like just like crazy diehard fan bases.
Uh huh.
And if you show up wearing Astros gear to LA in August, you're asking for a knife. You're asking
Do
for
they
it.
still have fans? Are like
Oh
fans of the
yeah.
Astros like supporting this?
I'd say, I mean, you can't not. I mean, like, what if you found out that like the Rams had been cheating the last 2 seasons? Like, would you just not be a fan of them anymore? You think, or
Probably not. But I mean, we didn't fucking even win, so that's even more embarrassing.
yeah, I guess it's a little bit different. I mean, I guess
I would be embarrassed. I'd be like, what the
let's
fuck?
use Texas for example. If you found out right now that when they beat SC that was cheating, that everyone on the team was roided up and it was
Oh, I mean, everybody. Come on, that's not.
okay. Well, like,
If they weren't roided up, I'd be disappointed. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
so let's say it's something along the lines of like I don't know, some cheating scandal that would that should void the championship. Like, would you still be a fan of Texas?
Yeah, because that would make it make sense in my head.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's a different way to look at it. But the way that I
I
look
would
at
make
it,
it fair. Like I'd be like, oh no, that's not
yeah,
cheating.
I
Everybody
mean,
does that.
this whole cheating scandal, when it all comes down to it, like the people who lose in it are the fans, right? Like, you're a fan
Mm.
of this team, you watch all this success, you feel all these real emotions that other teams who have done this were real, and now you got a bunch of assholes telling you that it's fake. But like it
Well,
still doesn't take away how you felt in that moment, which I understand. But I don't know. I mean, it would definitely be hard if you've been a fan of the Astros for your whole life, and now this 3 year tainted period is gonna like ruin that fandom for you. I don't know.
I don't.
It'd be hard.
I mean, there's guys on their team that were on commercials and all this shit. Now you don't see anything.
No,
What happened to Jose Altuve?
I mean he's
Did he go back to Hobbitland? Is he in Lord of the
yeah. I
Rings?
don't know. But back to what you were saying at the beginning of this. I mean, just to put it in perspective for people who, because I know everyone likes to always be like, oh, fuck professional athletes, their life's so great. But imagine if you were sitting in your cubicle every day and you had some asshole that wasn't even affiliated with your work coming up to you telling
Just
you
standing
how,
outside the
yeah,
office. Fuck you.
just fuck you, you piece of shit. You're so fucking bad at your job. You fucked up so bad. And then you have the crazier people who are like, fuck your family. I'm going to fucking murder you. And like, you got crazy shit. And then you got people getting nasty with like, fucking like his home, like their home countries and
Hey,
like their ethnicity and all that.
newsflash. That's sales.
Yeah,
That's sales.
I get it.
That's sales 101, bro.
But
You call somebody too many times, they're gonna tell you fucking all that.
yeah, I mean, and but when you scale it by 50,000 people every single night
Oh
for
yeah,
half the season, it's all anybody ever talks about, posts on your social
it's
media.
amplified.
I mean, and here's the thing too, it's like, I had a bunch of people ask me this, like, when does this stop? It
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, like, think about it like this. A-Rod, he played a few years after his steroid
Steroids,
scandal, and every time it comes up,
steroids,
he gets booed, yelled steroids,
steroids.
cheater, all this stuff. Jose Altuve could play 10 more years in the big leagues, and every time he comes up, somebody in the stands will call him a cheater.
I
He'll
mean,
never go away.
you just can't be fucking soft. If you don't like it, go play in the murals, brother.
Yeah, I mean, at the
Go
end of the
play in
day,
murals.
it might be hard. There's some days are going to be worse than others. Like, if you're the Astros and you're shoving it up everybody's ass and you're winning, who fucking cares?
Well, nobody's gonna believe that you're winning legit.
Sure, but at the
Like
end of
even
the
if
day,
you win, it doesn't matter.
but at the end of the day, if you can get past it, in your own mental space, you can get past that. You know you're doing it legit, and at the end of the day, you're cashing a $30 million check. You should probably be able to get over it.
I think they need to rebrand.
I think so too.
They need like a new logo, a new fucking colors.
well,
Just let the team evaporate. Get all new guys, new ownership, new everything. You got to
yeah.
restart.
Well, this will piss you off.
Oh,
So the Reds, like like they got a guy Nick Castellanos. He's a little, he's a little.
yeah. Okay.
Comes off really Italiano, like
Okay.
the way he's talking and stuff, right? So he hits a bomb opening day, does a little couple hops, throws the bat. Cardinals don't like it. He gets dosed, whatever, right? But he gets dosed. He's on second base, comes around to score on a pass ball, and the pitcher and him kind of collide, and he kind of looks over the pitcher and like, just like flexes over.
I saw that he got suspended.
Got suspended for 2 games. The Astros cheated for 3 years and they didn't get suspended for shit. And this guy kind of flexes on a dude after he wears 93 in the ribs and he gets 2 games? What the fuck's that?
Baseball doesn't realize that they need us more than we need them.
Yeah.
There's other sports that are better to watch.
I just don't get what they're trying to get across right there. Like I'm all for it. Like
We're gonna be the boring league.
Yeah, I mean
This is the boring league.
yeah, then they need to stop with it because I'll tell you one thing. You watch a guy take a couple steps, flip, you start chirping, bench is clear, you
Yeah.
got the fucking sweaty 280 pounders running out of the bullpen.
No,
like,
you want to watch. You want to watch.
yeah, dude, like that's what you come for.
It should be like hockey.
yeah,
They should let them fucking fight.
They should.
That would be so fucking sick. Like, all right, Puig's our guy. Anytime we have a fight, he's our brawler.
They just gotta they can't condone it, but they can by just lower the fines. Like instead of $25,000 if you get in a fight, make it like
Fuck that.
$1,500.
No, just keep everybody back, and it's a 2-minute thing. Like 2 minutes until somebody gives up. They just fuck each other up, and then you go like hockey. You go back to playing the game.
Yeah. I don't know. They need to do something, but something else not really good.
7 innings, double DH, fights.
Yeah.
Baseball's back. Boom. Come on.
Yeah, I think I will say I have no problem with the length of the game. I'm at the point where I can deal with like not 162 of them.
You're the probably one of the only people right now
Well,
that's in the boat of like, yeah, 9 innings.
well, but the thing with the 9 inning games is when you really break it down into like the gist of it, it's not that much longer than other sports,
You could,
depending on the game.
bro, you could eat lunch, eat dinner, and then drink tea before you go to bed, and the same game would be on.
Well, it just depends what's going down, but like
Bro, every fucking baseball game that starts at 3 o'clock ends at 10 at night.
the only reason I like that is because you never have to worry about the clock beating you. You always have to get the same amount of outs.
But what's the difference between 7 innings? Like,
Well,
just two less. I mean, we already fucking know who's gonna win.
I mean, here's the difference. I was at a game last night. In the 7th inning, the Angels were down 3-1. They come back and they win the game in the 8th and the 9th inning.
But who's to say they wouldn't have tried harder in the 6th and the 7th if they knew they were running out of time?
I mean, I get
There's
it.
that lackadaisical shit that baseball guys do.
I
Like,
just
I got another at bat after this one. See what I can do.
well, not necessarily. I mean, here's what I think of it because the guys that you have starting the games are typically starting games because there's a huge formula when it comes into baseball, and when you play like
Doesn't work. That's that baseball movie.
well, no,
Doesn't
no,
work.
that's not what I mean. Like you have 162 games, and the reason that you use starters is because although maybe they don't throw as hard as a guy in the bullpen, they can consistently go out there for 7-ish innings and
Pitcher wise, yeah, it makes sense.
so that's what I'm saying. So if you have
But
that
fuck
out
those
there,
guys.
you
Fuck
just
their job.
you wouldn't have starters anymore. You wouldn't need them. You'd have guys on your team that would
You'd
go
have
out for
studs.
2 innings apiece and they throw 100 miles an hour.
They're fucking studs. You know how much better that would be to watch?
But the thing is I'm all for changes to the game, but I'm not down to change the game entirely.
Oh,
So
change is coming, brother. Look at the NFL.
I get it, but
It's not the same game.
it is the same game, though, right? Like the
No.
penalties make
Are
it.
horrible.
I
It
get
changes
it.
the whole game.
I get it, but they didn't change the actual like rules.
The best play in football is throw a 50-yard bomb and get PI.
Sure.
The best play. It's like a guaranteed, like, up, move the ball 50 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
That's stupid.
that is dumb.
That's okay. We just cracked your guy across the middle. He didn't catch it. He's afraid to come over the middle. And now you get the ball all the way where he dropped it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's like if you robbed a home run. They were like, no, you gotta throw it back over.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, football's a different ball game because
It's
the
not the
rules
same.
that they incorporate are to try to protect people, whereas baseball, you're just doing things because like it sounds
Mm.
cool, right? Like,
Yeah, you have to get viewers.
right.
Yeah, it's not exciting.
Well, the thing with
But they're
football,
making football not exciting.
but the thing is football is at a point, and just as with like baseball, for the most part, like if you're a fan, you're probably not going to stop watching.
Until the next sport comes. Until
Well,
something that grabs my attention.
In our lifetime, when's a new sport popped up and taken over the world over TV? I mean, never.
Lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's sick.
I get
They
it.
can
but,
fight.
like,
They can hit each other. They have a stick. Golf is blowing up
golf
right
is
now.
blowing up too, but okay, but
Golf is sick. If you play golf now, you're cool. Before,
Sure.
if you played golf, you were weird. It was like tennis.
well, that's part of growing up, bro.
Mm,
It's like
hearsay.
okay, well, but think of it like this, and this is why golf is cool because when you get to be our age,
you can drink.
well, not only that, but it's like if you know how to golf and someone else knows how to golf, you got something in common, and then you build a friendship around this golf thing, right? Or just as like if you're at work or if you're at a bar and
Oh, I
you're
hate
over
work.
here and you're talking about football comes up, you can have a conversation about it. And the thing is
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Lacrosse ain't ever getting big enough to where you're sitting at a bar having a conversation with people about lacrosse.
Don't knock it till you watch it.
No, but that's not what I'm getting at. Like, don't get me. I love watching random shit. Like college baseball's fun, but you can't really go talk to a random person about college baseball. You can go watch. Honestly, I like watching softball. Like it's crazy.
Oh
These
yeah.
fucking chicks just
No, no,
they
yeah.
just they
Uh-huh.
just fucking shit on the ball. It's crazy. But like you can't. You're not gonna talk to anybody about that kind of
You
stuff,
probably aren't. You shouldn't.
right? So like,
You shouldn't bring that up.
well, I mean, it's
No,
pretty
I think
crazy.
I think you shouldn't. Like you should just keep that one back pocket. You
Yeah.
should wait till somebody else starts that out.
Well, yeah. I
Like you
mean,
should not be the guy that starts the. You watching women's softball?
yeah.
Unless you have a daughter on the team or a friend's kid on the
Have you
team.
seen how hot some of these fucking chicks are in college softball teams?
Oh, no doubt. That's why I think you're watching, and that's why it's a little.
No,
It's,
no.
see, that's why I'm like, yeah, you should probably not bring it up. Wait, because you don't have a kid on the team, you don't have a friend's daughter, your mom's not the coach, your dad's not the. It's not really a reason for you to watch unless you're staring at ass.
Well, so okay. So to use that argument, so you just watch softball to like check out dudes' asses or what? Because,
Softball,
or
I don't.
sorry, lacrosse. Because like, there's no reason you should be watching that.
It's competitive. I love it.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
it's the same thing, right? Like you watch games, it's like a reminisce, like a different
Mm.
version of baseball in a sense, right? Like lacrosse is like a different version of football and hockey kind of combined.
Yeah, I guess if there was a women's football league, I would not watch ever.
The,
But
the lingerie football league.
if somebody else were to want to watch that, good for them. But I'm not gonna watch. I
Yeah.
can't. It's not for me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think like the main thing it comes down to is like you can introduce as many sports as you want, but I don't really see bearing something crazy happening in maybe hockey in the United States, like
No,
passing up the other three.
no. I can't. I can't get the rules.
I
Too
don't.
confusing.
Yeah.
Too
I just
confusing.
don't get like I'm trying to think of what even makes
UFC.
okay.
UFC could be number one.
Okay.
That's like real like excitement.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
mean,
with UFC that they're always going to be battling against, unless they get to the point where they have like 300 fighters in a weight class and like the fucking top 40 of them are like badass superstars. Because the thing is, bro, at the end of the day, even if you're the baddest motherfucker in the world, you're only fighting 5, 6 times a year max, maybe.
that's still pretty sick.
That's
And then you have
sick.
different weight classes.
But think about how fucking brutal football is on them, and they're getting a 17th game next year plus playoffs. So you're getting like
Oh,
20.
don't come on. That's their job.
No, no, I know, but what I'm
We
saying,
need more football in this world. Don't take it away from me.
no, no, but that's what I'm getting at. I was like, so UFC's always gonna struggle because they're gonna be unable to
Not
produce.
enough events.
Yeah, they can do something
Mm.
every weekend, but it's still gonna be a washed up event compared to the main event of the month. So they can do that if they'd like that route, which
I
isn't a
get you.
bad
It's not going to
road.
be an everyday thing.
Exactly, but every week during football season, you go out there and you can see Tom Brady. But if you're only seeing fucking
But
Conor McGregor 3, 4 times a year, that's brutal.
but football's only 7 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So UFC should do a tournament style where these guys fight every fucking week. Holy shit. We just made the next
It-
$1 million league.
I mean, it'd be so sick, but it comes back down to kind of your PI example. It's just so unrealistic when you try to think of protecting players and being humane with it. Like if we could go Roman gladiator style and just fucking
Ron,
run them out there.
Ron, could they fight like once a week? Fighters. Like if they really wanted to, like an 8-week season and then a playoff.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Never Back Down before. They have the ending of the episode, the beatdown. It's like you get some asshole in the first round who isn't really that good, but he gets a nice jab to your fucking rib cage. Now you got a broken rib, and now you got to
Oh.
fight fucking Connor in the third round. Like you're fucked.
We'll tap out.
Yeah.
Just give up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
Go
like,
play intramurals, brother.
yeah, I don't know. That's why.
Talking about injuries, your boy,
No, Tatis,
he's done.
dude, it's not looking good. So,
That's why you take guaranteed money, baby.
so,
It's a fake injury. He just doesn't want to play this year.
So I don't know if you know. So Cody Bellinger, when he hit that home run in Game 7 of the championship series, and he kind of went up and did his big old little an arm thing.
Mm.
He knocked it out of socket,
Mm.
and that's something that happens a lot for him. So in the off season in November, he had surgery, timed it perfectly to come back, was ready for opening day. Right. Well, he had that surgery in November, December, January, February, March, was good to go at the end of March. So you're looking at about a 5 month turnaround.
He's sitting out.
Well, I mean, if he needs surgery, which they've
No,
already,
they said no. It's not torn.
which could be a bad idea.
So it's just gonna keep popping out.
Exactly.
Sick.
So the thing is,
I do that.
it's like if it
Pop
keeps
my-
doing that, eventually. So here's where I have. He's eventually going to need to have surgery on it, and essentially they're trying to get through the season to do it in the off season. Now it seems like.
I feel like your shoulder is really important for baseball.
I feel like they're dumb. I feel like they should give him the surgery. He'll be out for 4 months.
But they want to win the World Series.
But they'll still have a shot. They're still good without him. They could still make the playoffs. They
He
just
might
need
be
him.
the best player in baseball.
That's not true. But like,
Oh, that might be true.
it's not though.
That might be true.
I mean, like that's like saying is who's like he's played like 160 games, not even 130 games.
He could be the best player.
Yeah, Bo Jackson could have been the best player too.
He could have.
Yeah.
He pulled his hip out.
Well, this guy pulled his shoulder out.
So, guaranteed money. Take your money. Back to my
No.
point.
I have no issue with the
Baseball's stupid. Padres are dumb. I would pay you by the game. Oh, play today. Here's your check.
Well, I don't know. I mean, then you break it down like this though with them. I mean, they paid for the 13 years, and you break it down, it's like 24 mil a year, and like that's chump change now for a superstar.
How about a guy that didn't fucking play?
Yeah, no, I mean,
What if he doesn't play?
hey, this is what I was saying when they signed him to a 13-year deal. The guy hasn't played a full season.
Rookie mistake.
He's already been injured, missed most of 2019, or most of 2019.
He was already injury prone before this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's going to do this his whole career. Never
So
mind. Round the wagons. It's over. Say your prayers, light the candles.
yeah, I don't know, but I think they're playing a dumb game with him. I mean, like if he goes out there and like, I mean, if he does what he did last night again during the season, he's for sure gonna have to have the surgery.
Is
And
that just because he swung so hard?
he just swung out of his ass and missed.
Dude,
Struck out on it.
talking about out of their ass. Did you see what happened to Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, he went from like I don't want to be on the Texans to like you're probably
Never going to play again.
Yeah.
22 cases for sexual assault.
Sounds like he was hanging out with Paul Pierce a little bit.
And what was that guy that killed all those kids? Drinks their blood?
What?
What's the guy? Come on, he's got an island. He's friend Epstein. Him and Epstein were probably hanging out. Probably did a lot. He says, I read it. A lot of massages. A lot. Everybody's got the same story. Either everybody's lying or he's lying. Which one do you think it is?
It's probably Deshaun's probably fucked. Let's just put it that way.
They all have the same story. If you go read it, it's like he messaged me on Instagram and then he invited me to his place to do a massage because I'm a therapist. And then
He tried to fuck me.
yeah. And then they leave or they do it because they're scared. And then, yeah, this guy's a fucking. We don't know if it's true yet, but I don't think 22 people would lie about the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
it's looking like the Jets aren't getting Deshaun Watson.
Jets already traded away Sam Darnold
I saw that.
to the Carolina Panthers.
They're getting your boy, probably,
Who's my boy?
the BYU quarterback.
Zach Wilson is probably going to go to them.
How do you think that's going to go? It sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It'll be bad until they fire the coach. I bet you'll see him slam his helmet on the sideline. You'll see fucking fits. You'll see headlines. Not mature enough to take the start. Blah, 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 blah. And then they'll get a new coach, and then they'll be good.
Jeez.
He's in for a long. Him or Trevor Lawrence is in for a fucked up week or year.
Yeah.
They're in for like a long haul. Like, hey, we're fucked.
Yeah. I don't.
Somebody's gonna get lucky with Urban Meyer. You're either going to the Jags or the Jets. Take your pick.
Well, the Jets would be pretty dumb not to hop on it. They have the money to do it,
Yeah, but
right?
the coach fucking sucks.
Yeah, but you don't think Urban's lined up to potentially be the head guy?
Urban's the coach of the Jags.
Oh, I thought you said the Jags or the Jets.
Yeah, so if you're Zach Wilson, would you rather go to the Jags with Urban Meyer or
Oh.
the Jets? You
Oh,
know?
you Urban Meyer.
So him and Trevor Lawrence are like, okay, which one of us is fucked? Like, who's going to the Jets? Who's going to die?
So you said so Urban Meyer is the coach of the Panthers where Sam Darnold just went.
Urban Meyer is the coach of the Jags.
Oh, the Jags.
The coach of the Panthers is the old coach of Baylor. He's a pretty good offensive guy. He'll probably do really good with Sam. They just didn't. They had Teddy Bridgewater last year. He'll probably go to the Falcons. And then the Falcons might draft this other kid from North Dakota State, Division II guy.
Oh wow.
Great move. Great move.
Why?
Division II. You know who else played there? Guess. He plays on the team with Eagles. He's tall. He has red hair like a leprechaun.
Andy Dalton.
No, close. The other redhead quarterback in the NFL.
Who is it?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Oh,
He
Carson's
also
like
played
good.
at North Dakota State.
Huh.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
And then Justin Fields has quote unquote character issues, but Mac Jones, who has 2 DUIs, they're not saying nothing.
Yeah, that's another funny
It doesn't make any sense.
ongoing joke. I don't know if you saw this. So
Picture?
Tony La Russa, he's the manager for the White Sox. He used to be the manager for the Cardinals when Albert Pujols was just a god on the Cardinals. Tony La Russa's managing this game. Albert's up to bat. There's a guy on second with 2 outs. He walked Albert intentionally.
Why?
Cause he was like honoring him. You know, thought he was gonna hit a homer. Tony La Russa. Albert hasn't been good for 8 years. What are you doing walking the worst hitter in the MLB?
When was this?
It's like opening day.
I don't understand. Was it like a respect thing?
Yeah, it was a respect thing probably. Or Tony's Tony's got a couple. He's got like 3-4 DUIs. He's the guy that told them, "I'm in the Hall of Fame."
Yeah, that's a good. You know why he said that?
Well, it's just like
It's work.
it's work.
The guy was like, all right, let me take a picture with your ring.
Well,
Come on, for my wife.
I mean, come on. If you're a cop, then this is so fucked. But like, if you're a cop and you're a baseball fan, or even more so, Tony La Russa, I'm gonna take a guess. He probably lives in an area. I think it was probably in Arizona where he was like a part big time owner type dealship with the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
I'd say overall, again, speculating, most cops are sports fans, aka probably have a favorite baseball team. If you're a cop in Arizona, your favorite baseball team is probably Diamondbacks.
But you're gonna have those nerdy cops.
Yeah.
Who are like, I have to follow the rules. I am a police officer
Yeah.
here to protect everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have that guy.
So
Those guys suck.
if I was a cop in fucking Arizona and Tony La Russa was that, I'd be like, hey, bro, like, I'll give you a ride home and you can figure it out tomorrow.
I would. I mean, I'm not gonna say I would strong arm him, but I mean, I would see what he has to offer.
Well, if he had the ring,
you know, what do you got to offer? Hey.
if he had the ring on, I'd make him give me it.
Oh, that's a big ask. I think I would take the DUI.
You think you would?
If I had one ring,
I think he's got 2.
even if I had 10,
I
I
think he's
wouldn't.
got 3 actually.
If I had 10, I wouldn't give you one.
Really?
I would say, all right, give me the fucking DUI. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
give
I
that.
mean, shit. The DUI didn't do anything to him. He's still a
Yeah.
fucking manager of the
G.
goddamn team.
He's a G.
Yeah.
All right, last on the list, Gavin Newsom is probably gonna get recalled. So the next runner-up for California is Caitlyn Jenner for governor. How's that gonna go?
I just think that they're just like, I heard Keeping Up with the Kardashians wasn't going on anymore, but it sounds like this is gonna be the revamp.
They're canceling the show to bring
Yeah.
it to real life.
And-
like,
and
hey,
they're-
we're taking over.
Yeah, this one's gonna be on Netflix now. season 1's gonna come out in about 6 months.
Netflix. This is gonna be on fucking CNN, Fox News. This is gonna be real life.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not gonna be a
I
show
mean,
anymore. It's just gonna be the Kardashians run the world.
well, I mean, it's for sure. That's one. I don't know. I don't
Hey,
know.
woman empowerment. Be the first woman governor of California, if I'm guessing correct. Maybe not true. Maybe true.
I think it is, but
That's a 50-50 shot.
I mean, would she be worse than Arnold?
I don't. Maybe she'd be good.
Yeah,
Maybe she'd be really good.
I don't really. We were kind of too young to experience Arnold as governor, but there's no way it was good, right?
I mean, was he just acting, like giving out good quotes, lift hard?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like there's some professions and some things you can do in your life that kind of, can be swept under the bridge. If you used to work in a McDonald's, people tend to forget about that. Like if you used to, uh,
Wasn't he always a bodybuilder?
sure, but like people will always remember him as that, right? Like
Oh
with
yeah,
Caitlyn Jenner, it's always gonna be like,
Olympic athlete.
yeah, like you
That's
were
sick.
an Olympic athlete that used to be a guy and on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like there's too many things there for me to be able to just put everything with
Past
that
it.
history and
Yeah.
just start looking at you as a politician. Like it'd be like if could you imagine if like Shaq wanted to be,
Oh, dude, I would love Shaq.
but it would be
Have you
like
seen what Shaq does?
I saw
Shaq
in
is sick, bro.
they asked him what he wanted to do before he died, and he said he wanted to go skydiving, but the limit's like 350 pounds. So like the
What the fuck does he weigh?
like 380.
Oh, he carries it good.
Yeah.
He looks
Well,
he looks
he's
good.
like 7 fucking 2.
He
But
looks like how I look at 5'8".
yeah,
Like we have the same body, we're just different height.
yeah. But it was
5'8", 180, and 7'2", 380 are actually the same.
yeah. Uh, so we'll see what happens. I mean, she'll be governor of California, and then
I'm all for it. Power to the women.
yeah.
Let them take some of the blame. Time to take a step back, boys.
I mean, she hasn't. You know what's crazy is how under the radar Caitlyn Jenner's been since she hasn't been really affiliated with the fucking Kardashians anymore.
She broke away. She got away from the psychopaths.
Yeah,
She got out of it.
she cracked the code.
Trick is, you're never out.
No.
It's like the Twilight Zone. You think you're out, you're actually back in even further.
Yeah.
Ooh, that reminds me of a movie I saw on Netflix with the guy from Superbad. You know who I'm talking about, Ron? Who's the guy from Superbad? The fat guy. But then he wants to be all skinny now. Jonah Hill is in a movie on Netflix where he's like a fucking crazy person and like he goes into all these different realities. It's fucking crazy. But that is how I imagine being married to one of the Kardashians is like. That movie.
Yeah. I'd imagine like, I hope Lamar's out there doing good, but like if he woke up to a text tomorrow from one of the Kardashians, whatever progress he's made,
Oh.
on,
He'll be a fucking lizard. tomorrow.
gone.
Yeah. It's not going to work.
Like even if I think if the fuck is your Kris Jenner. If
That's the fucking real president of the United States.
if she
I
hit
will-
Caitlyn and was like, "Hey, actually like I want to get back together." Caitlyn would have the sex change back to Bruce and they'd get married and start their life over. That's how much power that fucking family has.
Oh, is that a question?
Yeah.
It's not like I don't think there's any decisions here.
I don't even think Caitlyn would be able to do anything. I think she'd just feel herself start moving, and then next thing you know, she's got the dude hair back, and she's back in the house, and they're doing episodes again.
It's like a fucking happiest dream of her life.
Ugh.
And then she wakes back up in Kris Jenner's bed.
Yeah.
Good morning. We have 17 meetings today. You're starting this brand, this makeup brand, and this. I'll see you downstairs for brunch. We actually don't eat. We're just going to stare at it.
Yeah, I'll see you downstairs to charge.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck.
oh my God.
Well, besides that, Last on the list, Bitcoin. Big Bitcoin. Coinbase is what you can trade Bitcoin on. Q1 of 2021, their revenue is $1.8 billion. All of last year, they made $1.3 billion. And now they have 56 million users. So if you aren't buying fucking coins, you might be an idiot right now. You need to buy coins. I don't care if they're fake, you don't understand how it works. You're going to be left behind.
Oh, I think it's kind of like, yeah, and it's one of those things too where like I don't even know if there's a limit on this thing. Like
But
there's not a limit until it just isn't anymore.
I mean, if you like, I understand it's ignorance, but if you're ignorant to ignorance, that's when you really get bit in the ass.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I just don't understand how they just understand this. Fuck it, just buy it. And then if it goes down, it goes down. Fuck it. You were in. You're on the ride. You're in the wave, baby.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
like,
Don't sit on the sidelines in life, because that's where you'll stay for the rest of your life.
yeah. And there's a way to be smart about it too. We're not over here telling you to like your bottom dollar going, but like, hey,
Yeah.
you got an extra like,
Your rent,
yeah,
rent,
You
fuck
got-
rent.
yeah. You can move back into your parents' house.
I mean, honestly, come on. You keep paying your rent, you're just gonna fucking live there.
Yeah, I
Might
mean,
as well double down on some shit.
think of it like this: you're paying rent, you're making somebody else rich. That asshole's buying the Bitcoin
Yeah.
that you could have with that rent.
In California, you can't even get kicked out for like 10 years if you don't pay rent.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't even get you out.
you might as
can
well
like stay there.
ride your rent checks for
Yeah.
what, like 3 months. That should get you enough to pay rent for the whole year.
Why the fuck do you even need good credit? Even if you have good credit, you can't buy shit anyway. Fuck, take a risk. Fuck that credit up. Go bankrupt, 7 years, do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how people get rich.
we should end on that.
Yeah,
Go get rich.
go get rich.
Boom.
Thanks for giving us a listen, bros. Smash that like button. Subscribe to never miss a podcast of the Average Bros. And with that, good night and good gambling.